capture. Okay. All right, Dr. Grace, show us what you've gotten done so far.
Check out all this membrane that I've managed to peel off with just my fingers.
So the entire inside of the skull now is completely empty of all...
Not completely, just it's getting there. It's getting closer and closer.
So the majority of the inside of the skull has the majority of all soft tissue removed.
Getting there, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And you haven't destroyed the skull at all?
Nope.
And the skull has remained completely intact.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Pretty sure you have a calling for this.
I just might.
And the
Excuse me while I get back to work, kids.
and the honorary title Dr. Grace may very well end up being a
Real title.
actual title, especially with as good a work as you've done.
Thank you.
And once again, I'm extremely lucky to be Dr. Grace's assistant. There we go. We're all set now.
Awesome.
Okay. Show us what you've got. Very nice.
Here, tilt the camera down so our viewers can...
Right. Very nice indeed.
And... hand me that light.
Here's the light. Show our viewers what's inside the brain cavity. I'll hold the skull if you want to do the light.
Okay.
Here you go. Can they see in there? You can see all the way in there into the brain membrane. And you can see the nasal cavity all the way in there. Right?
Uh-huh.
Good job. And you can see the teeth here are the teeth of an older deer as they're chipped and almost completely worn away. Now, what we've also discovered is the lower jaw of the deer. Teeth are the same, chipped and worn away. And if you'd like to show the front of this skull, it's actually missing its front teeth. This deer was probably near the end of its lifespan. This skull here has been completely stripped of all muscle tissue, eyes, and pretty much everything except for bone. We just recently removed the brain and spinal column. And let's see, what else have we got going on there?
Mostly just the brain, and there's a brain in a jar.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere.
We do have a brain in a jar, and we are right now in the process of boiling and bleaching the vertebrae that we removed from this skull. Right now, Dr. Grace here is in the process of removing the membrane on the inside of the skull. And what is it called, the part that separates the two hemispheres?
The corpus callosum.
And that's clearly visible inside this skull here. And we're trying to remove the membrane. Well, actually, I'm not. Dr. Grace is. I'm just the assistant. And I'll take this in here so we can take a look at the vertebrae while they are boiling. There we go. Very nice and white. And in the fridge, we have the brain that was removed from the skull right here, preserved in a nice jar. In addition to that, we also have the other soft tissue which was removed from the skull, including some muscle tissue, both eyes, and the majority of the soft tissue which surrounded the brain case and whatnot, perfectly preserved. This deer was accidentally killed when it wandered out in front